Welcome to the show, second order. What's happening? We're waiting for other people to get us into it. Welcome to the show, everybody. We got Robin in the auction. Great buddies there waiting for us. Yeah, Los Angeles RIOTs live. No, we're not there. We're not there. You got to be an idiot to be at Fairfax right now. There's the National Guard is down there. You got to be an idiot to get involved in this to begin with. Riot in LA for something that happened in Minneapolis. All right, we're coming on the show. We're coming live. We're talk about things. It's live. The comms are live. Work it out in your head. Figure it out. Talk. There's no judginess here. That's nobody's on the horn yet. Yeah. Just checked, by the way. And it seems like COVID-19 is still increasing. Not going to be able to go out anytime soon with any real sense of security. So yeah, we'll sign in, you guys. The riots happened. Apparently they broke into a Target and they raided all the shit down there on what is it, Santa Monica in Fairfax, that big center. But if you were any kind of shop anywhere with shoes in it or like Supreme, they raided you too. They looted you too. Whew. It's a powerful device, Zoom. Yeah, we're just sitting here on
Dude, you can't hear you. All you hear is the music. You don't hear you over the music.
Right. We got Max. We got Max on the horn. What up?
Dude, you there?
Okay, we got it. Let's push that down. Push that down. Oh, yes. Roger that. We have to enable it. Roger, Wilco. Roger, check. No, we can't get this. Check. Let's go. Let's take it down. We're going up. We're turning up. Oh. We've never had so many viewers. Roger, check. Okay, we're fixing things here. Let's see here. Okay, so let's put up these. We'll just take down the music. Desktop audio up, video capture up, device up. How's that? How's that for?
We've never
and
had
let's
so many viewers.
hold on a second, guys. Display capture up. Let's bring in now.
Oh,
Okay,
what a day,
we're
huh?
fixing things.
Still
here.
can't
Check.
hear.
Let's see here.
Check.
Okay, so let's put up.
Is that you or
these.
me?
We'll just take down the music.
No, that's me.
Desktop audio up.
Hello.
Video
I can hear you
up.
now.
Okay, Roger that.
How's that?
How's that?
Hey everybody,
Yeah.
welcome to the
Let's-
show.
Hold on a second, guys.
Welcome to the Riot Show.
Bring in now.
Well,
Oh,
Okay,
what a day,
we're
huh?
fixing things.
Still
here.
can't
Check.
hear.
Let's see here.
check.
Okay, so
I did. I put that down. That was me. That was me. Okay, so Max is here. We're bumping up and down 3 viewerships. Tell people why they should not go outside.
Okay, so first, everybody inside of the Los Angeles city lines needs to remember around in roughly 7 hours and 28 minutes. They got to be inside. They got to be inside. They called in the California Army, so it's important to remember the armed presence in the uniforms using the equipment that looks like the Army is not the federal forces. These are Californian forces. This is look, these are local guys called in. It's the National Guard. It is not the federal forces. So you guys, come on. Just
Is that even a thing? People are upset that the army's here? Or well, of course the rioters, the looters are
yeah,
upset.
no, everybody. Yeah. I mean, I spent my 20s on Fairfax. My 30s. My 20s and part of my 30s on Fairfax.
How was Cantor's? Was Cantor's destroyed? Like that's
Can we talk about everything that we used to?
Cantor's. What happened to Cantor's?
It's not good. It wasn't good. Everything along all the little shops on Melrose, I can't. Nobody hurts for Urban Outfitters, but like you're kind of
No.
nobody has any tears for like giant companies, but
Yeah,
it's just seeing our city, and systemic hatred, oppression, and murder, for hundreds of years is awful, but more awful. I mean, it's just been a real hard day. It was a rough day. It was a rough day. LA had a rough day yesterday. Yeah, so it's important to remember that in response to that, we have another curfew at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. going across all of the Los Angeles city and airspace. So it's important to remember, everybody stay inside. Everybody stay inside, and I don't know what the laws coming in on drones are yet. I can't.
Drones?
I'll keep you guys informed as that develops. But yeah, it's important that everybody stays inside. Absolutely.
That's our update. That's update for Max. That's wild. That is great.
That's the second curfew. Yeah. Well, you have to remember Cimarron Station is in the middle of the action.
Yeah, you guys are down there. We won't say exactly.
We are not.
If somebody's watching you and they don't like what you say, they're going to come over.
We won't disclose. We won't disclose. But let's just say that, we have joint stations near epicenters of action. And you want to know? Grew up practically on Fairfax. My personal history, in the Fairfax district, it was what made me sad. I mean, I remember when they.
Did they do any? Imagine being at 838 last night.
I was thinking about, my first 2 studio iterations, right, were, imagine
There's
on
a
the
studio people that don't know, we'll explain. There was a studio on Fairfax 838 because Ash Gupta wasn't that creative.
We had 2.
But it was a thing. Maybe it was a thing. 832.
We had 2, but we were on top of that roof right there at Willoughby.
It was beautiful.
And,
Willoughby and Fairfax. Yeah.
We would have stared right down the barrel of it.
Right next to Okie Dog. I'm telling you.
It's all fancy. That was up through the.
What happened to Okie Dog?
Dude, I don't even know.
Okie Dog got destroyed.
I saw the Nordstrom's burning, and it was crazy. My hearts go out to all of the Angelinos in Penguin, all and across the country. and across the country. I mean, we had multiple cities burning. This was.
Did anybody get killed in Los Angeles last night?
Years. So some of the software. I'm not going to plug certain software, but that we use to maintain, contact But I mean, some of our alerts and notifications were going crazy last night. I mean, it's.
Max is nervous, folks.
Well,
Has there been any action on your street?
Close, yeah. We were very close to, again, not going to give diverged locations, but no, we were really close to that target. The one that got super ransacked.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, we're all.
You saw the video, right? So there's like a dozen cars that just pull up. These people highly.
Yeah. No, I was watching all the video. It was surreal. I mean, spots that we'd, been going to since our youth. I mean, yeah, think about all the goofy stuff on Fairfax, just through our entire life.
I can't believe Cantor's and that fun little bar.
No, across the street, it used to be the Sci-Fi Cafe, the Nova Express Cafe that we go to after, I don't know, weird underground rave things in 1994.
No, and even after Wednesday nights at Kibitz Room inside of Cantor's there, you'd wander across the street and have a pizza.
Late 90s,
and then just be like, whoa, wow. And then you'd wander back over to Kibitz with all your friends. You'd be like, there's some people. There's some people out here.
Well, I mean, every 30 years. It was obviously compounded by the craziness that everyone's been going through right now, where, I mean, just the tension. I remember I watched the Michelle Obama documentary Becoming when it dropped, and I wept. Is it a beautifully done, wonderful piece about, an inspiring individual? Absolutely. Should I have bawled that much walking the... I don't know. I don't know if it was really appropriate. Like, I really just everything was making me emotional for like a minute there when we weren't going out at all. And as far as I can tell, I mean, I know we're opening up a little, but they're still telling us that it's, well, this evening, it's everybody staying inside. But
so one person has been killed in Detroit in the riots, and the other, Oakland. Damn it. A contract security officer was killed in a shooting in a federal building Friday night. What the fuck?
The Honda dealership. Did you see the Honda dealership in Oakland? Somebody drove out through the window with a Honda.
That's awesome. We're going to watch that right now.
I mean, it's on social media. It was on, I think I saw it on Twitter. We put it in one of my group threads on Twitter. But yeah, no, it was... We had multiple screens going here at the
Riders do donuts in stolen cars. Okay, let's give a big up to it. Okay. Get a Kelly Blue Boat Cash. Okay, here we go. This is Minneapolis? Or was this Los Angeles? Where was the Honda dealership, Max?
Oakland.
Oh, that's in Oakland. Okay. How did they get the keys? Well, you know what? Some of these dealerships do. They just leave the keys up in the
office. Yeah.
No, but above the, in the dash, in the glove compartment, or above.
That's only in movies. No, that's only where they leave them in the visor, right there.
How did these guys know where to get the keys? They left them in the visor. The keys were definitely in the visor for this.
Have you ever seen anybody put keys in a visor? I've never seen anybody put keys in a visor in all my years. And God, bro. Like you, know how to drive a stick. So we've been around cars for a real long time.
It was 1987. Holy sheep.
Oh, shit!
Right?
Oh!
Right?
That's it! Get down! Oh! Oh! Oh,
been super high. It's
Yeah, that was
30.
wild. See some donuts.
No, they're just taking off. They're just like.
Oh my god. That's crazy.
I mean, there was everywhere. There was so much looting everywhere. I mean, across.
I didn't even know what to say.
Well, yeah, but that was a typical scene. I mean, there was a lot of stuff happening across the board, across the country. I mean, a person's rational sometimes.
Where are there live feed cameras? There have to be some live feed cameras in LA. Let's look for these. Look for the National Guard.
Yeah. So it's important for people to remember that, again, these are the Californian forces coming to secure. They're not federal forces. It's not the Army. It's to have.
We got a live view of downtown.
I mean, to have
too far out.
Appearance of those uniforms and that equipment, like those Humvee on our streets on Fairfax is crazy. But we've been watching the even more disturbing is how they've been firing on journalists. If you want to address that, across the board, I watched.
Wait a second. Who's firing at journalists?
The police have been firing in different cities. Have been firing on journalists using the pepper bullets. You know those little rubber bullets.
Apparently, okay. So no, we had a friend Taj. Taj got hit with some pepper bullets and tear gassed.
Right, and tear gas. But was Taj covering a story with press credentials and flak jackets that say "press" across it, shouting "press," holding up their press credentials
with a microphone.
Saying, "No, I'm press. No, I'm press." Yeah, no. These people are having in multiple cases.
I don't think Taj was doing that.
There was a Times journalist, and she. I mean, she talked about it this morning.
Remember, folks, this is live. Leave us a message. Leave us a comment. If you want to talk about something, if you want to tell us we're completely wrong about everything.
I mean, this
leave a comment.
On the heels of Jimenez, Oscar Jimenez, the CNN anchor, right? That was the field correspondent that was out there that got on camera, arrested on camera, calmly, collectively smooth. Man was smooth. So,
who is this now? What happened?
Oscar Jimenez, CNN reporter that got arrested on camera in Minnesota a couple of days ago. At the beginning. So he gets arrested on camera. Slowly, they ask, and this is every instance. The press who are completely allowed, to cover anything. In fact, during the quarantine, the press was allowed to break the quarantine, even in secured areas, to be able to report, because we need to know, what's going on as a people and a populace. It's one of the tenets of
100%. Get the press in there.
Free and open press. Without it, democracy is not possible. We need free and open press. And as soon as that, is threatened.
Well, whatever. You just get somebody in there to take pictures. We'll read in between the lines. Like, you can't. Everything's a little skewed to some point. But whatever. You get all the info, and then you make a decision. Right. So let's get people in there. Ask questions.
Her photographer was the one that got hit in the face with the rubber bullets. They were shooting, and they were, point blank, doing tear gas, they got him into a corner. And she was the one wearing the flak jacket that said "press" across it. She was the one carrying the camera. She was obviously.
So this happened a couple days ago. Has there been any reciprocation by the I want to say Minneapolis police about them doing this?
This happened last night. And yeah, there was a lot of other stuff that happened last night as well. And it's part of a disturbing trend, where more and more I don't know. The press is being threatened. And, it was obviously the thing about Oscar Jimenez's arrest was there was a white journalist not far from where he was doing his job.
Sorry, guys.
that was allowed to continue doing his job untouched, while Oscar was taken, while Menace was taken away in cuffs, which I mean is a stunning.
Is Oscar Jimenez still in jail?
No, he was released. He was released. I mean, it wasn't just him; it was his producer, the camera guy, was arrested. In fact, the camera was still running, and
That's
to
awesome.
that camera credit, that cam up had beautiful framing. Set it down exactly right, and you can see it's framed perfectly with I mean these officers.
All right, let's see it. Jimenez getting. Let's watch it, folks. Let's watch it.
CNN arrest. Yeah, I mean it. It's not even the craziest piece of video you'll see today.
Okay, here we go.
It's,
After, of course, we watch an E-Trade saving for retirement. Get that out of here. Okay, here we go.
Being arrested here. We've got. We're meeting. Yep, we're good. Yep. Hold on. I got you. Hold on. They had us here. We're speaking with State Patrol right now.
So they're in the middle of nowhere, kind of. Not even.
We can move back to where.
Looks like I can't see behind them.
Move back to where you'd like here.
Were they
We are live
just
on
all
the
by
air at the
themselves? It
moment.
looks like they're all by themselves. They're not even with a big mob or anything.
so they're asking the cops, where do we go? Where do we go? Where do we go? We'll go wherever you want.
Put us-
We'll
put
go
us
wherever
back
you
where you
want.
want.
So what
We'll get out
happens?
of your
Yeah,
way.
no, that's what they're saying right now. We'll
Just
go
let
where
us
you want.
know. Wherever you'd want us, we will go. We were just getting out of your way when you were advancing through the intersection. So just let us know, and we got you.
Now keep in mind this is
There must be some. They're not allowed to. They, like, don't
This is
talk.
a scene
Oh, look
here
behind.
playing out in
so he
Minneapolis.
went on and had an explanation.
Well,
for-
where is his flak jacket with this with the big press credential?
don't even go down that road. They were doing their job. They were covering the event. There was other crews
He
covering
doesn't
the
have.
event.
I can see how he was stopped though. He doesn't have a
No,
flak
no.
jacket.
No,
But
no,
that
no.
building's on fire.
For people to
Yeah,
clear the area.
yes.
All right.
Yes,
So that's.
he-
walked away.
He's holding a microphone. He's
sorry?
providing him his credentials.
Okay. Do you mind telling
Right there,
me
he's
why
providing
you're
his
arrested?
credentials calmly,
Well, yeah,
explaining
now I
on
see,
camera
yeah.
in the middle of a shoot.
Yeah.
In the middle of a shoot, they're shooting. You understand? It's not just him. He's got a
No, but
producer.
anybody could have that equipment, Max.
He
you
has
know?
the producer. He has the credentials. He's
Well,
identifying himself.
but those guys maybe aren't even savvy enough to read those credentials.
Slippery slope.
That's it. That's unfortunate.
Slippery slope. You have to. Are you kidding? He's identifying himself as CNN. Press.
Yeah, well, I get you. I got you.
There's
But,
another camera crew.
There's the police,
There's
and then there's the
another
police
camera
being.
crew. Right.
Look at me, I live
can't
inside.
be serious. There's another camera crew that's right off camera that's being allowed to do their job.
Do they have the Do they have? Is anything
they
different?
have the exact same stuff he does, except either he has a deeper tan.
Do they have? Oh, do they have their? But
have
does he have a big
credentials.
press thing on? You're supposed to have the
Yes.
press
No,
thing,
no,
right?
it's-
No, that's. What do you mean? No?
And it didn't help. That didn't help Molly's camera.
But that's part of you.
No,
You
she
should.
had
So
it.
you're
She
saying
had
if you
it.
were going out with press, you wouldn't wear that. Of course you
They
would. You're
don't-
smart.
no, they-
I would wear it too. I could see
know,
how he
you're
was.
not-
I'm
you're
just
not
saying,
hearing
Max. I could see how he was stopped.
You're not hearing me. It hasn't helped. There's been other instances where literally, and I'm telling you, the Los Angeles Times journalist, Molly was the writer, but she was
Plus,
holding
CNN
her-
is a little. They're always pushing it, kind of thing. Like, tell me they're not super liberal,
Whoa.
right? I mean, I love them as much as you do. We just lost Max. Oh, beautiful. Video display capture. Oh. Let's do display capture off. Yeah, the riots. Riots are causing. Let's see that he met. What happened to the guy next door? Is everybody?
I'm sorry?
You're under arrest.
Okay.
Soda.
Where's the other?
Let's listen into what these officers
Is there another?
reporter Omar Jimenez being led away.
I don't see.
Allison, let's listen into what these officers are saying.
Are those? Is that the other crew?
Listen into what these officers did. Hang on 1 second, Allison. Let's listen into what these officers are saying. That is an American television reporter, Omar Jimenez, being led away.
Omar Jimenez being arrested.
I'm gonna stand with my. I'm standing with it. Max. Max always jumps off. Whoops. All right. Free press is being stopped, but yeah, you typically should have a large flak jacket with press on it, you know, kind of thing. But I get it. They had the camera. They should have. Yeah, but you know, you're a cop in a riot. You don't have time to check those things. What can you do? What can you do? So we lost Max because, yeah, he just cut out. Okay, he's back. Max is back. Let's make sure we got up the screen. He's back. He's back, everybody. Audio check. Audio check.
Running audio. My Zoom didn't like your views.
It totally.
It did. Your saying literally cut you out. I have no idea what happened.
I know. It happens. Happens.
There's check. She had a flak jacket, the bulletproof one that said press across it this morning. Last night. Dead right there. And she was shot. She was a female press photographer.
Shot? Oh, with the bullets, right.
Yeah, with rubber bullets, but shot. There's been multiple counts where they scream, "We don't care," as people are identifying themselves as press.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
That's not good. That's not good.
Apart the detail of a single incident, just the same way with other systemic issues. This is just a newly eroding one. Is now it's okay to
but you're right, and me even going to the point of saying that tensions are high. You know what? That's what these people are paid. These people are paid good money to act the proper way.
The police are trained. They're supposed to be trained to
high.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
they should have checked his goodies and then let him go on his way and say, "Hey, put on a flak jacket with the press things, so we'll know."
Yeah, there's no requirement for that. By the way, you don't need that. He's got his credentials. That's all.
That was enough. That should have been enough, right? All right.
But it hasn't. But I'm saying the flak jacket hasn't helped on multiple occasions. So that hasn't helped. Multiple reporters.
I think we're still getting the story though. Like if this is to squash something, that's not working. We're still definitely getting the story. But what is the story? Somebody's telling me without a leader, this movement is doomed to like the same thing as the 1%. Like doomed to the same thing that those poor kids that started that movement after. And I can't even believe I can't remember the name of that school that was shot up horribly, and then those kids were like, "We've had enough. Like we're gonna," and like that didn't.
Well, sure.
There was kind of a leader. It was that young girl that I can't even remember her name. I remember her and Putin getting in an argument more than her name. How do you feel about that? Like there's the fact that they rioted, lost all the one more thing, and how they rioted, lost all confidence in like anybody that was going to wanted to take them seriously, and they could just change their mind.
I mean, the peaceful protesters, the protest was peaceful. It was the police descended on the peaceful protest, and that's where it kind of went sour. There started to be, there's a lot of stuff popping up. There was the police officer from
That's right. It was all nice, and it was broken up into 3 nice little groups. There was one over Fairfax and the Grove, and then up more Fairfax.
It was fun.
And then they all gathered together, and it must have kind of went off from there. But this was yesterday. No,
people are objecting to a system that.
I think it happened right before the curfew, right? Because it's still kind of light out. That's crazy. And then they put in the curfew. Yeah.
Oh, for sure. But I mean, just based on your on your ethnic background, people are getting, oppressed and murdered systemically for like a really long time. So like, I get that that's something that, I mean, you're going to get a look resentment, sure. And it's been boiling over. And now everybody's been locked up in their houses for like another couple of months. And so everybody's super emotional anyway and freaking the fuck out.
Yeah.
And so,
but a whole nother thing is like,
oh yeah,
I've seen that we're not even allowed to, I'm sure Asians are thrown into, Mexicans are thrown into this. Other ethnic groups are not even allowed to like respond to what is happening. Like we don't understand. But
I mean, I'm part of certain communities, and I can have a say in certain conversations, but I'm not a member of certain communities, and so I listen to the people who have the conversation about
exactly
and I try and inform myself with what those conversations are about, as much as I can, as much as possible, so that I can be a better person going forward. But it's not, I think, gonna clear up. I don't know if it's gonna clear up as easy as people are.
No, we've already been thrown in the group by real on the ground activists right now. If not, and maybe my shows put it in a good direction, bad direction. At least we're talking about it. Unless you're on the ground doing stuff now, you're at home. You're not doing anything, and that's helping their cause. You know what I'm saying? I forget the proper term.
There's a trope that's being thrown around right now. That's like all things, where
get out and riot, or you're not helping the cause.
Where inaction is, almost compliance, but.
Yeah.
I mean, there's still a pandemic going on. Like, my brother's still in New York, with a huge mortality rate. California's.
No, there's not even. Hasn't even been talked about really with this. It seems.
These are super spreader events.
I was talking to somebody about that today, about how it's just.
Super, and I understand.
Yeah, you're outside. It's okay. It's dispersed a little bit better.
Obviously,
but no.
It's a concern that's taking a backseat to civil unrest and the reasons behind empowering and motivating civil unrest. I mean, I can't help but cry for my home, for my city, that nurtured me and like held so much of my life. But at the same time, I recognize that a large part of it, includes broken.
Yeah, we don't pay for subs, Dirty Steve. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, a large part of our life includes broken parts of a system that we have to remember. If it's not fair for everybody, it's not fair for anybody. And so,
yeah, but people don't. We're so busy every day, and that's kind of, I would like to things. I'm super happy with the. with kind of the shutdown, because we need to go to a slower pace of life. Like this go. New Yorkers must be freaking out, because if they haven't done 25 things by noon, like by sunrise, they're free, right? That's the busiest city ever. And now we need to go slower. We need to appreciate people more. We need to go to our neighbors and say thank you for things. But when I'm busy, I don't have time for nothing. So these little gratitudes are left unsaid, unfortunately, and I think more building could come of this. But everybody's so gearing to go and get up on it again that there's so many factors playing into this. It's so crazy, yeah. And there's a pandemic, yeah.
Well, my reflection is that it's because the rhetoric that's been thrown around, we're all in this together. We gotta get through this together. There's been a huge disparity at the beginning that's been now like the source of parody and satire, right? Like Gal Gadot and her Imagine song, or like Madonna in her Milk Bath with the rose petals, being like, touches us all. the wanton disconnect that just happens when when you endure wealth and fortune for so long. David Geffen's giant yacht picture that got everybody so angry, where he's like, hope everybody's safe, safe and self-isolating. And he was I think he was in the Maldives. Was he in the Maldives?
He's wherever he wants
most people
to be.
Yeah, no,
It's the new, and that is, we didn't even talk now. We're mired in riot.
Yeah, no, like the true. This is going to be classism is as the second wave does approach. So more and more
people are angry on both sides of the fence too. I see all the feeds down there that like a lot of racist chant, and even like, if you took money for the if you cashed your check, you better not be out there looting. Like, my God, But of course, that wasn't enough for so many people, and looting is. I'm actually surprised.
I mean, they were stealing sneakers, but there was people stealing food. I mean, nobody should be stealing anything. They're burning down their own home. Yeah. But it's 4 million people, and we all got to live together.
Now, what do you say about this? There's certainly the looting and the rioting in Los Angeles was in a certain neighborhood. Not at all where it happened back in 1992,
No, 92 was Southern LA. Yeah, no, anywhere in Los Angeles hurts. Everywhere in Los Angeles hurts. To watch it spread across the whole country is crazy, but to watch it happen in touchdown after, saying I don't know. I thought I'm glad it wasn't worse, I guess. There weren't more people here harmed. I'm glad that people here weren't.
Now, do you think it's done? Do you think it's over with now that the National Guard is here?
We have 500 soldiers of the Californian Army.
Did you say 5 different
Army National Guard who are posted now? They're not in the
squadrons. Did you say squadrons?
They are not in sectors moving. They are posted up at specific businesses to guard specific spots. That's their mission. Their missions are to post up little spots right there and be like, guard here, make sure nobody goes in here. Now, I'm not sure how they determine, where to put them up, but
how many National Guardmen are in Los Angeles?
There are 500, once again, 500 of the Californian Army National Guardsmen. The Californian Army is here, and they're just trying to keep people and property safe.
Local California kids keeping things safe.
There was a lot of small business owners who were out in front of their shops, saying, "Hey, please, please just move on."
No, yeah, there is that meme going around now. Did Koreatown get looted last night?
They did not. I don't think they moved through. It was mostly
they did not.
Downtown area. It was the Fairfax and Melrose area. Yeah. And then it was Beverly Hills, coincidentally the luxury, like a weird satellite thing sparked up, and they were getting into Rodeo Drive.
Whoa, Rodeo Drive
they broke into Alexander McQueen. At first didn't think they got in there. Found out later, absolutely got into Alexander McQueen.
Wow. So yeah, there's definitely National Guardsmen in Beverly Hills right now on Rodeo Drive.
There's for sure.
If you guys want to go get some pictures taken, you guys can head on down.
Yeah, but here's the thing. You can take a walk and stuff around your neighborhood if you don't live inside of one of the areas where they're telling everybody to stay inside no matter
No,
what.
the major thoroughfare around here was open. There's a major
com-
street, and they're open still. There's no guard checkpoints or anything like that.
No guard checkpoints. No. That's not going to start up for another 5 hours and 54 minutes.
Remember, so the last time it happened, and folks, what you're getting here with this show is a little bit of wisdom and time. The last time this happened, we were in Ventura County, and it was much different feeling, much different.
Spring of '92. There
was actually no sense of danger really up there, even though it was the epicenter, happened to be where one of the police officers was from that beat poor Rodney King. But still, and there was like a hotbed of LAPD up in Simi Valley or something like that. Nothing in Simi Valley was burnt. It was all mostly neighborhoods down in the Watts area. But now this one, you've seen that it's moved up, like they burnt, and I don't know if there's been much burning in Los Angeles, just looting. Like they burnt cop cars, definitely. But I don't know if I've seen any buildings burn. In downtown, there was no, I don't know if I've seen any buildings burning in Los Angeles. Just the police cars. They burnt 4 cruisers so far.
They burned way more than 4.
Way more than 4 now? But yeah.
They busted up.
But 2020 was way worse, right? 2020 was like, if you were in the intersection in the wrong time in your car and you hit a red light, they pulled you out and like tried to kill you.
Back in '92?
Everybody on that intersection.
Well, that happened. That was what happened to Reginald Denny.
Yeah.
Yeah, which was,
well, he was actually killed. Yeah. No, everybody else. Oh, you had to run for your life, or you didn't stop. And then yeah. Yeah. Don't stop the car. Don't stop the shuttle, Max. We're in the Fairfax area. Don't stop the shuttle.
Oh, Art's cleaning.
We got to. I wish it could get. Yeah. Riots. This rioting stuff, bad all the way around. You gotta. Yeah, just the groups coming together and hanging out. The protesters.
So people are out cleaning the neighborhood up.
Okay, the Fairfax area is cleaning this morning?
Well, no, yeah, there's citizens. I have personal contacts reaching out and saying that they are out cleaning and it's making them feel better.
Yeah.
People that grew up in and around. And
that was happening in Minneapolis, too, after the first real day of riots over there, which was a couple days before ours. Or one day before ours. The next day, yeah, there was large groups of people, and they brought with them wheelbarrows and shovels and brooms, and they helped clean up the mess. So get out there and clean up, people. We would do it, but somebody has to be here to tell you. Somebody has to tell you people to do it. Get out there. Clean up, don't riot. Or you know what? No. Don't even clean up. Isn't the National Guard? Are they cleaning up? They should have somebody. Everybody just stay at home. Stay at home. Be safer. What's this? Maybe shop. See, and shop owners having to clean up. That's just insult to injury. That's sad.
So that's what.
Nobody can see that, Max. Nobody can see that. Yeah. But that's okay. Yeah.
3rd and Beverly.
3rd and Beverly, cleaning it up. See, but it's so crazy. I wonder what else is happening in the world today. That with because first pandemic watch was like all inclusive. Like that was all encompassing. It took all. It just if you wanted to watch any kind of news on anything, that was it. All the time. And now there's this. Now there's a call to action. Not just the news, but a call to action to go out and fight for inequality. And it's just, Holy smokes. Yeah. Who would yeah. Yeah, stay at home, people.
Oh yeah, no, they're out there. People are just out there with acetone and oven cleaner
and cleaning stuff up. That's great. That's good. But stay 6 feet apart. I bet you the riots are done. Didn't the riots stopped once the army came in last time? Like, nobody wants to get killed, right? Nobody wants to get killed. What else? What else do we got going? Let's play the show title one more time. Let's run the show title. Do you have any music, by the way?
It's in the Cimarron Station audio laboratory being synthesized as we speak.
Sweetness. I love it.
I have top people are on it right now. Top people. Yeah, there's what a yeah, I suppose, yeah. That's solid ship. I mean, but they did it. It took off. They did it. You know what? I heard that, did not see it. I haven't watched the vids yet. Oh, I mean, they made the right choice. Got out just in time. It's a little crazy. I mean, they were all the way in Florida too. I can't imagine it wasn't insane out there too all the time. Sure. I'm having the audio laboratory synthesize customers. We're getting custom audio. Maybe one.
Riot. We're having a riot, folks. We're having a riot. I think the riot's been squashed. Odds are riot's squashed. It was really just a looting, a widespread looting. The protests took a turn for the worse. Some looting happened. I bet you that it's squashed. There'll be no more rioting up here, unfortunately, and then you might have the poor neighborhoods where the police aren't going and where the army isn't going, and then those might get hit tonight. What do you think about that?
I mean, we'll be on guard. We'll be on guard here at Cimarron Station, and just want to tell everybody to stay inside, stay safe. If you are in some of the affected areas and you want to get out there and clean up, help out your community, remember it's oven cleaner and acetone, and that stuff will come right off. All right? Thanks again, and remember, get inside by 8. Stay safe.
That's it. That was Max, everybody. Stay inside. Stay safe. The riots are over. The looting is over. There was no... I think I want to say almost the riot when we won, when the Lakers won, that was bigger than this. Just because probably there was more people in the forum. But it wasn't really a riot. It's more of a looting job. The old smash and grab. But yeah, did you see those videos? There was like 12, 13 cars just flied up at once. Passenger doors flew open. People running in and out. Driver stays inside.
Look, there was the noughties that went up when the stuff at the Grove started going up. Like, here we go. And then you knew the hammer was dropping when they leveled Flight Club. That sneaker store went down on Fairfax. At first we thought it was Supreme. And then I saw where it was, next to, coincidentally, Maxim's.
Right.
Little Russian restaurant. Yeah, up on the second floor they do catering to. But yeah, right downstairs is Flight Club, that sneaker store. And I mean, vapor. Like, that shit went quick. Quick. People were, I mean, zero.
Just stripped. These stores were stripped.
And I mean, the helicopters, the news choppers circling
around. But not burnt. They didn't burn. They didn't light Fairfax on fire.
Oh, no, not burnt. Not burnt. No. I mean, just leveled.
I can't believe it. We used to go crazy at Cantor's in '99. Like crazy. Yeah. My God. Not as bad as the '92 riots we're throwing out there. Not as bad. Although I think maybe if this incident had happened in Los Angeles, there would be more. There'd be more of an outcry than there is right now.
I mean,
not that makes it any better or worse that it happened in Minneapolis. Not that that's even an issue.
I mean, we've had our own. Los Angeles has had its own police.
But Los Angeles could riot, and I don't think they rioted.
Yeah,
last night. It's just more looting.
You know what it is? A lot of people, and it's not super easy to move around. Like, you can't move assets. Like, authorities can't move, security assets around Los Angeles as easily. Maybe because it's just the scale of Los Angeles. You can. So the downtown thing.
Santa Monica to Wilshire District to yeah.
I don't know. They hit
Culver's or Century City. Any of these places, they could. It'd be so hard to get. You could go all over the city, 20 minutes apart. It'd be super hard. You would have to get, instead of how many National Guardsmen? Not national, California. How many California Guardsmen do we have, Max?
California, yeah, they're National Guard, but
it's 500.
It's California National Guard.
California National Guardsmen are here, 500 of them. But you would need like 10,000, I think, to truly watch Los Angeles, right? All the way down to Long Beach, all the way throughout the South Bay.
It's like Battle Los Angeles. Like if aliens attacked and it was Battle Los Angeles, you would need 10,000 soldiers to try and secure. I mean, that's where it would start. It's so huge. It's enormous to try and place people all around.
We need more if aliens come, Max. We need a lot more soldiers. But would it really matter? No, because they would just zap them with their rays.
I mean,
it doesn't matter, folks.
The monsters are us. So, in the end, we found out the monsters were inside us all along.
Oh. What movie is that? Did you just write that script?
I did. I think. That's several. That's the basis. I'm sure.
Leave a message. Leave a thing. Who would? Dirty Steve said we were fucking lame. But that's fine. That's totally fine. Have you been reading our live chat? It's fine, Dirty Steve. We can't.
Dirty Steve. Is that?
Max, I'm sicking Max on you, Dirty Steve. Take that.
Wait, Dirty Steve, is that just you created an alter ego to self-criticize?
It's just a coincidence, dude. It's just a coincidence. Just a strange.
I know you can be very self-critical.
I did not have the time to make a whole new profile called Dirty Steve and say I was fucking lame. But it would be great. No, maybe? No. Don't forget to subscribe, Dirty Steve. Come on.
Oh, well, I mean, he would be our 15th subscriber, so get in on the ground floor is what we're saying, Dirty Steve.
All right. What else are we doing? This show's just solely about the rats. We're not having Max's movie review. There will be no jacuzzi update, folks.
No, will be no jacuzzi.
No weather, nothing. We're just up here in the shuttle. We're up here trying to stay away from it all. Stay inside. Stay inside, folks. It was just looting. There was no maybe protest if you want to. There has to be a way to protest during the pandemic. Now, is there a way to protest during the pandemic, Max, safely? And if you know, put it in the comments.
Yeah, I mean, you can get out there, and if you adhere to safe protocols, there were activists out on the ground during the protest that, you know, kept their distance from people, that wore personal protection and made their voice heard. But, you know, they were also the ones that were put at risk because of, you know, other stuff that went down. You know, there's a lot of stuff out there that are putting people that are just trying to be allies to their ideals, you know, to the things that they believe.
People, we don't have any idea about this virus yet. There's no idea. Does it stay dormant 60 days, 50 days, 30 days? Like
still
stay inside.
No, it's a little nuts that we still have this, you know, going around inside, moving around inside of our populace. But
I do have a vaccine update though, but it's it's not that exciting. So China says they've definitely 99% sure that their vaccine they're working on, which will be ready in September, could eradicate everything and make you super fine for your foreseeable life in not catching this disease or catching this virus. But the issue there lies within their who's going to believe them, really? Do you take this? And this falls upon the heels, unfortunately, of a huge scandal of the Chinese vaccine industry. They vaccinated millions of their children with for measles and chicken pox and just the various things that we get here in the States. And but it wasn't the vaccine. They just shot them up with some weird stuff out of a Chinese factory. Poor kids. Nobody really died, or there was some adverse reactions, but it wasn't that bad. But it wasn't it wasn't to help you get rid of chickenpox. It definitely didn't have anything to do with that. So when these kids who should have been vaccinated for these diseases started catching chickenpox and things like that, then that's when the questions started coming up. And then it happened in the millions, and they're like, wait, I thought, so the vaccine wasn't any good. So this falls right on the heels of that. That happened last year, and so, are you going to trust this company that says they're 99% sure?
I mean,
So there's that, yeah. And then
I love China. I'm not a fan of Beijing.
Yeah, and just for a little bit of hope, there's still Novavax and Moderna and some other really great American companies that are saying end of year. I mean, I've got to shoot for the end of year. Don't get excited before Christmas.
You're talking about the integrity that we trust, you know, certain regimes to be truthful with what they're putting out with their national science programs.
Then there's even that, yeah, right. If their own population is having issues, and we've in the past have been like on the fence, like I don't know.
Well, up here in space, it's easy to see that we're all one thing, but down on the ground, people feel very separated by.
Dirty Steve, we're all the same. Dirty Steve, come on.
Dirty Steve, we feel you and your pain. There's a lot of lame stuff going on right now. Now, I trust people, but authoritarian governments are always going to win. I mean, that's just the default nature of authoritarianism, right?
Yes.
It's gonna be propaganda. Some real great propaganda art comes out sometimes of authoritarian regimes. That's about it. That's about it. Everything else is awful. Authoritarianism is bad. Yeah, when the strong try and subjugate the weak.
Yeah, talk to a Chinese Muslim. Ask him how it's going.
Oh, wait, hold on. Are you the Uyghurs?
Well, whatever. We digress. This isn't about hating on China, this show. There's many things in China we love.
Oh, the poor Uyghurs are...
But yeah, they just have the
moment of silence for the
ruling party has some bad. Now, have they implemented any of the stuff even in Hong Kong?
I mean, people are.
Let's take off the riots for a second.
We're being awful to each other across the board, all over.
We can talk about riots all day. Let's go to Hong
Kong. There's a lot of general concerns for democracy globally. Hong Kong is also one of them right now. We were, I think someone who attacked us, Iran attacked us and said, let's fight racism. Meanwhile, they're not the best with women, not the best with women.
If I was really upset with the missus, I'd move to Iran. Yeah. You want, that's what you do.
Well, I mean, that's a loaded spot. But there, across the board, there's people that are, human rights issues is something we should all, be concerned with. And if you feel at any time you have the strength to stand up for somebody, that is, isn't able to, of course.
Do it 100%. No, that's even the Boy Scout creed. Like, come on, if you're any kind of gentleman, if you're any kind of anybody, like stand up for the left, stand up for those that
cannot.
As weak as you.
Absolutely, no. If you have the ability to.
But with that being said, do we go outside right now and join the protest, Max?
Right now people are joining up the cleaning, and the reclaiming of.
See, yeah, we'd love to, but we gotta tell our 13 viewers, 14. Get out there. We gotta tell people. We would do it, but we gotta tell.
Superstars 2014.
Yes. What's that? Get out there and help and start cleaning.
Going to Walt Disney. Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, and Frank says you get bullied in Iraq. We
got people to yes.
Well, we were talking about Iran.
Iraq. Back to it.
I think he would get bullied in Iraq and Iran. I don't think the Middle East is any place for him either. And I think he's the one that could pass way more than me. I'd straight get murdered.
No, when I was in Sweden for a while, people thought I was from Iraq. People thought I was Iraqi.
Yeah, but they
would say, "Hey,
you have an national flair about you for sure, more than." Yeah. There's.
Frank.
You look like you're from somewhere. Like you're not.
That's people really leave comments.
Somewhere. You're not really.
Oh, we're huge.
You're not sure. You're one of those weird kind of like. You could play a few parts. You could go out. You could check a few of those boxes.
Okay, let's put them back on the
casting forms. Yeah.
Oh, we're right. Wow. All right. Yeah.
I can't. So here we have Superstars 2014.
Are they going to riot at Disneyland? That would be one of. They didn't even get down in Orange County. Was there any rioting in Orange County, Max?
You know what
Mickey Mouse is pissed, though. I'll tell you that much. Mickey Mouse is pissed, and as soon as they open the park, but the park's even closed. The park's closed. There'd be no.
So here, I thought when they were
descend on you in a second if you touch Disneyland. Like if you.
You know what I said? So I was curious because I'm like, wait, hold on, CBS Studios, like TV City's right there. TV City and then Paramount's down the way.
That's right, folks. That's right. That's another little offshoot off Fairfax. Very easy to get off Beverly. You're cruising third. Is it third or Beverly? It's Beverly. Thanks.
What? Oh, right CBS. Where you used to live too.
Yeah.
Do you remember where you lived?
I wonder what that building. That building was like a fortress, though. Unless you knew that door was even there, and you thought the door was like a garbage truck thing, so you would nobody even went in that building.
People busted in. People busted in.
I know. I'm sure they did. And the stores downstairs, I'm sure. Yeah, there's some beautiful furniture stores in that area. I'm sure.
Across, well, you were just across from the Fairfax Cinema.
But you know what? As going back to the cars that all pulled up, they were all like jacked out, super like Toyota cars. There were no pickup trucks. I was upset with the looters in that regards. Not one pickup truck. Like if you're gonna, come on. If you're out to get, don't pull up in a Subaru, like a Supra. There was like a Supra. Like what can you put in a Supra? Like bring a Chevy truck or something. Whatever. We digress. What how do you feel about that?
It was unbelievable to me that people would not really. I mean, it's been nuts. It's been nuts. It's been super tense.
If you believe what Frank said, write in the comments below. What did Frank say? I didn't even read what Frank said. Iraq.
Frank was making the observation that you probably...
I'd get bullied in Iraq. I would. You know, I would. They bullied... No, that's too, because they bullied me in Sweden. They bullied me in Sweden. They're like, are you Iraqi? And I was like, no, I'm... Come on. What do I look like? I'm Italian. What does it look like? And they're like, we'll get the fuck out of here then. And I was like, my guys. But they were huge. You think Iraq is like... Whoo, they were like... There were 2 walls came up into. I should have said I was Iraqi, but then they would have. I think they would have seen through that pretty quickly.
And I mean, I just want to. Superstars 2014 gave us a lot of love, and we do.
Superstars 2014. We're definitely joining your channel.
We're gonna keep updates. Superstars
6 years ago.
We're gonna see, like, yeah, we'll keep the beats going and see if
keeping the beats
count
going.
by count what goes on, and if they do intend to converge on Disneyland. I mean, the Roger Rabbit ride is a lot of people's favorite memory. Superstars 2014. So
she's into Roger Rabbit. Can we do a Roger Rabbit thing?
Yeah, Superstars 2014.
Let's do a Roger Rabbit thing. Do we have Roger Rabbit? Let's do it. We're doing it quick.
That's a favorite for everybody.
Roger Rabbit. Is there some deep meaning that we shouldn't be doing this for?
To help. There's.
Okay, first we're gonna learn the Roger Rabbit dance. Okay.
And if you're in one of the affected communities, you can log on, and there's multiple. Here, let's.
Yeah, come on, don't. Why you gotta be like that? Man, he's looking good. Roger Rabbit.
That's even better. All right, so let's get started. All right, the first thing, and I'm going to stand to the side because that's the best way to learn this one. The first thing you want to do is you're going to go and back. And when you go back, everything goes back with you. Boom.
Do it.
Up, boom. Up, boom. 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 All right, so let's break that down one more time because the move itself, when you see it, it goes and boom, 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 boom.
Can't do it.
Boom. All right.
Can't do it. I'm white.
So we're gonna go.
Damn it.
Back.
Be shot.
And when we bring our right foot down,
okay, Roger Rabbit.
it replaces our left foot. So we go back, up. Back.
But everybody get into the Roger Rabbit. This is for you, Superstar 2014.
Hey, look!
Not even one of those. Are you watching this, Max?
Holy smoke, he's a tomb! Surprise? Not really. That lame brain freeway idea could only be cooked up by a tomb. Not just a tomb!
I'm watching. What's up?
When I killed your brother, I talked! Yes!
I remember this from Roger Rabbit. Then again, I've never seen Roger Rabbit.
No, you've never seen what's...
Now, of course I've seen Roger Rabbit. This is some weird Mandela effect happening. I'm telling you. Weasel and the Halidron. Is Superstar loving this? Or is no?
No. You just dropped to, are you? There's me and one other person.
Levity.
You dropped out, either by whoever also watching.
Alright, we're down. That was, thanks. That was our bit, you know, you have to do it. You have to do it for the viewers. We're alive. Superstar. That was for Superstar. But okay, we're done. We're back, though. We're back. Let's see. How's the, I got my camera image off. Okay, we're back. We're back, folks. Okay. But yeah, okay, back to the riots. That was a good nice little sidetrack. A nice little trip down memory lane to get out of just what a miserable day. What a miserable week. To like cap a miserable month. All the whole spring. Just ruined. 2020.
Yeah, it's been a real weird. Now going forward, is it gonna get weirder? What do we think?
No, yeah, I mean it can only get weirder. Like little things will change it. Like those people that had, you said there was a flood in Lake Michigan.
Not Lake Michigan, but in Michigan.
In Port Michigan. Sorry.
Not Lake Michigan.
Not Lake Michigan. In Michigan. But no, that made things weirder over there. Throw in an earthquake. Forget about it. Throw in something like this happening to Disneyland, like Disneyland. What do you think? And we haven't contained it yet. We're trying to open up. That whole depressing thing when that happens, of like we're gonna have to shut down again. That's gonna be depressing. Like we're not moving forward. I know people want to see some kind of progress after 2 months, but like it's not going to happen until the end of the year, right? How depressing is that? Great. If you're depressed like we are, leave a comment. What else is happening? Should we talk about?
Let's talk about things we can do to help that'll make us feel better.
Yeah.
If you want to get out and clean, you live by an infected area, remember, one more time, acetone and oven cleaner and a couple of washcloths. That's all you need. Get out there. Remember your mask.
Get out there. Clean.
N95. Do
some cleaning. They're down there at Fairfax and Beverly cleaning up right now.
They're trying to put it together back again all along Melrose. Trying to put it together again all along Beverly. 3rd, Fairfax. You know,
but you know what? Bring a shovel, bring a wheelbarrow. Just don't show up and like, hi, somebody have any paper towels?
If you want to help, it can't hurt. Yeah. Grab some washcloths.
Like show up maybe with your Chevy, and you're gonna dump some of all that debris from the broken windows.
As long as you're back home by 8.
Busted stuff.
Just remember, leave enough time to get home by 8.
Oh.
Remember, there is going to be weird traffic diversions if you travel to and from an area. But mostly,
240.
We have to remember that we're, all trying to go through the same thing at the same time.
Yeah, all going through the same things. My video capture device is acting up, folks. I'm not happy about it. Let's see here. Okay, so we're going to have to keep it kind of, like this. I'm going to move this over here, and then, no, that like that, and then this is there, and then that can go like that. Yes.
Sorry, Max. Sorry, Max. Let's get my act together over here, man.
Okay.
All right, great. We're good. We're good for... There we go again. And the microphone's zooming in and out. See, Zoom does not like me using my microphone and video for this other goodie. But we're... Every time I switch over, it's ridiculous. It's ridiculous. Yeah, okay, so we'll keep you behind a little bit over there. Gotta catch that next time it comes up. So, yeah, welcome to the show, everybody. We're just up in the... Woo! We're back. We're back. We're back. There's no audio. There's no audio. There, I think we got it. I think we got it this time. Yeah, Max. So everybody stay home, stay safe. You want to do a movie review? Do you have any? Do you got a movie review in you? What should we do? Stay safe, everybody. Stay inside.
A movie review. You know what? What did we watch last night?
You know what you never told me about really was that what you really thought about Westworld.
Oh, loved
you
it.
went up. You did really all 3 seasons in a row.
It was kind of, which is a play on the themes that in one of our favorite.
It was early pandemic. You had a lot of time on your hands. You did all 3 episodes at once.
Oh yeah, well
all 3 seasons. Sorry.
Oh yeah, no. I was a fan. Early on, it had all the things. It turned into like basically Blade Runner, where yeah, artificial intelligence was self-realized and rebelling. You know what? I started. Turns out I had never watched. So loved it. It turned into it's an allegory for what it truly means to be, part of the human experience, part of the conscious experience, and like what kind of reverence we should have for any kind of conscious life. I just had started True Blood the other night. Fun story. I'd never watched it.
Never watched the True Blood series.
Never watched it. Well,
they've got what, like 8 seasons too, don't they?
Not a bunch of TV, and it's very bingeable. It stretches back to the time of flip phones, which is super fun.
Season 3 was a little weird though, if I remember correctly, but then they got back on track.
I dipped a little into season. Halfway through season 1. It's an interesting allegory for all these minorities, where vampires are this outed minority, but
they're allowed to live one-on-one with us in society. I see what you're getting at here, Max. Wow, you're throwing in a little
It's an allegory. It's a minority allegory.
You got minority,
obviously, and they even did it in the South. So that it could make it a little more obvious. I mean, they did it in Louisiana, which is the sexy South.
No, one of my favorite television characters of all time, is in True Blood, and it's the Black Cook. So good.
Oh, him and him and Tara are the best. I mean, those are.
The fact that I can't remember his name right now, I gotta look it up.
Outside of Anna Paquin, who you're supposed to love right away. She's the main character. Anna Paquin plays the main character. Right, that's not the main little...
Nelson Ellis.
It's fantastic.
Nelson Ellis. One of the best.
Him and whoever plays Tara are the two of them are the life of the show. They carry it.
Tara. Let me look up a little Tara for you. I know you like to know that. Whoops.
So yeah, a little blast to the past because we got HBO Max. It's not a plug.
Anna Paquin. Sookie? Wait, who plays Sookie, right? Sookie Stackhouse.
He plays Sookie, yeah. Anna Paquin plays Sookie. She was a young child star.
Yeah.
Some big hits.
Doing great stuff.
Great stuff in that series. It was amazing. Drew Black. Wow. So
yeah, not so much a movie, but a series. Again, just questioning what it means to be part of the conscious experience, and to be all aren't we all part of that big inclusion of rights? We have the right to human and conscious happiness.
It's true.
And trying to remember that.
And just the feeling like, I can go out and do whatever I want without being judged.
Yeah. Or murdered.
But to be quite honest with you, America, even though they say the land of the free, and quite possibly one of the most freest countries on the planet, not the most freest, but you're only allowed these certain liberties, mostly in like schools or your work or and unfortunately in other public places it's and that's even debatable. Like you have
free for some people, not as free for others.
It's free for some people.
There are places of work, or there are schools, or even the most just private spaces they think they could find their lives in.
And in these places, in your schools and all your great spots, you can complain about it, or you can you have somebody to go to talk about it. But in real life, it's so much harder. Like the police will only come and stop you if people are beating on each other. Like that's only they're there to. Like you have to have a debate about what's. Oh man. We have to have a big public debate about what's going on.
We need a larger conversation. And then we need to act on it. And I think we are definitely all paying attention. Everybody's paying attention. The world all of a sudden, I think it's still processing. This happened really fast. But it had been, stewing underneath the surface for a real long time.
How many now? They've also probably sent. Yeah, it's been under the surface. It's always these civil rights issues have to be fought constantly, and so it's always bubbling right under the surface, waiting for an incident like this to make us.
We haven't been good with human rights for a minute.
Focus on it again.
Yeah.
My God, poor George Floyd.
Policing issues for a minute.
Oh man, they. So when do we know when is his funeral? Do we know when he's gonna have his funeral, Mr. Floyd? We don't know. That'll be a big outcry and outreaching. Hopefully that will help some of the anguish. But yeah.
Oh, wait, hold on. What can we do? We can do another. What was the?
There we are. We're back. All right. Well, let's see how many people we got watching. Two beautiful. It's my mom and you. So we will.
Does your mom watch?
I don't know. I just always it's your mother. I don't know. Hi, Mom.
No, my mom definitely doesn't have the wherewithal or the savvy to.
Oh, wasn't she principal of Hollywood High? She knows what the kids are doing.
No, she was principal. No, but she and I can't, and I wouldn't. Not going to give out that kind of information.
Sorry, that's right. She's savvy, though, is what I'm saying. She's a savvy gal. All right, so what else we got going? That's pretty much it. Robin does not look like she's here. Did you say you had something else for the show? What was the thing?
We were going to do a possible second review.
That's beautiful.
Let's see.
Getting a second review going up here. Let's check out our. Oh, We have so many comments. This is awesome. So awesome. All right, let's see here. Take the display capture down for a second. All right, there we go.
50.
Ooh, so much brighter, so bright. All right. Wait, let me hit Robin up again. Sometimes she just needs to be directly.
KTLA 5. Demonstrators are taking to the streets of Santa Monica in a fourth day of local protests. Sky 5 was ever heard. You called it. What's telling?
Some of these other cities, like Beverly Hills, which is right next door to you, their curfews at 4 p.m. as well as Santa Monica. Pretty much a lot of towns just 8 o'clock. Are you comfortable with that, or do you think it should be sooner?
So, KTLA 5, how do we feel about that as a local news source? Right? KTLA? Isn't that that seems like a very...
That's pretty good.
Since we were kids, I feel like KTLA has been around.
That is good stuff. That is great stuff. Let's bring it up. Let's bring Max up.
Evening, and so we're in communication with all of the West Side cities and the cities in the surrounding area. And if anything changes, we will do what we need to do to make sure that residents in our community are safe.
You know, at this point, this is the fourth day of this. It started on Thursday night here in Southern California. Started in downtown Los Angeles, continued there on Friday night. Then it moved into the Fairfax district. Still in the city of Los Angeles. A little bit of trouble where you are. Also in Beverly Hills, you know, we saw people outside the Beverly Wilshire Hotel. Some trying to go in there and loot. We saw some looting on Rodeo
I was injured
Drive,
in an accident.
right next door to you. Do you think
the breaking news line
at this point that after today and tonight maybe this ends, or do you think it's going to continue? And what do you think at this point it's going to take to stop it?
Well, I think what is fueling a lot of the anger and a lot of the frustration is generations of police brutality, of deeply rooted racism and discrimination in communities in and around not only Los Angeles, but throughout the country. And so...
Oh, we got it live right here.
A few days of civil unrest will likely continue.
I'm going to bring this up live, Max.
All right.
Are you watching it? Santa Monica, yeah, we got cops on the street. The riot is happening right now. Good God. All right, let's see here. What do we got? Let's put back up the riot image, unfortunately. That sucks. Thought the riots were done for the night. We are not done for the night. Here we go. Okay, I guess I'll turn mine up on my side.
Brutality of deeply rooted racism and discrimination.
We were watching the same thing. All right. Okay, so yeah, they've been pushed back to what seems like the beach. Wow. Yeah, did you think it was going to be Santa Monica, dude? Max?
You called it. You called it, and you said it was going to probably be where they weren't, and so maybe over at the Santa Monica area. I mean, so I'm...
Also West Hollywood, it looks like they're getting together.
Back together, yeah. And for those of us...
I bet you they don't come into Koreatown. I bet you they do not come into Koreatown. These are all just looters, it looks like. Well, in Well, no, never mind. They're not all looters. What am I saying? I saw just a group of people in West LA, it looked like. No. Okay, never mind. But yeah, it looks like a big peaceful protest for the most part right now, right?
Everybody's gathering peacefully. It looks like it should be fine. We still have time to go. It's only coming up to 3 o'clock. That's 5 more hours. People are allowed outside before the curfew. Once again, we do have a curfew because of civil unrest, the first time since 1992.
Wow, that is wild. We'll keep that on the other screen there, but yeah, we're going to bring you up, Max. Cause,
for the first time, American reporters are on American soil being fired on by authorities. There's a lot happening, folks. Lots happening out there. A lot happening.
Stay safe. Don't go to Santa Monica. Go help clean up. Bring your truck over to, what was it, Fairfax and Beverly, and pick up a big hunk of garbage and get that out of the streets. Or just stay home and light up, folks. Let's be honest. Let's be honest with ourselves. Don't do it. Don't go out. There's a pandemic.
There's also, and I can't stress this still, the pandemic isn't over, people. It's not over.
Maybe you could, safely go take a truck to Santa Monica. I mean, not Santa Monica. They can't now. Hopefully they're not going to... What's a peaceful... But that's weird. Why is it peaceful? Why are they... I guess they went, to the place of least resistance. You would have thought that Santa Monica would have had quite a bit of... Maybe a police presence, but what do you think about that?
Santa Monica definitely has their own PD.
Yeah. They look like they're going to be fine down there, sir. But it just looked like police. It didn't look like our California boys. The California National Guard. What's going on here? Oh, wait, they're looting. There is looting happening right now.
What? Where?
That people are speaking up and speaking out, but we are not creating a safe place for vandalism,
Santa Monica,
burglary. We want to keep people safe in our community. That's part of the reason we
looting alert. Looting alert
in West Hollywood.
We got a looting
we
alert.
Also know that not everybody is safe at home, and so we're asking people to reach out to Peace Over Violence or the National Domestic Violence Hotline to make sure that you do have the resources and support that you need in this difficult time. But we do need to really listen to each other, and people are trying to connect, and when they don't listen, when people aren't being heard, they start to act out, and that's what we're seeing, and so we need to do a better job.
You got a looter alert.
We heard the same things after the riots, after the Rodney King verdicts. We heard the exact same things being said, the same platitudes. But,
looting.
Here we are again.
Moly.
So what can be done to make it different this time?
So there's peaceful protesters happening out front, but then there's looting happening as well.
Since that time, we still see the disproportionate numbers of, as I mentioned, of incarceration, of arrest, and I think.
Oh wait, no, this is from yesterday.
We need to have conversations about what is at the cause of that, but then we also need to take action. One of the things that I hear loud and clear is accountability for police officers who killed Black people, and I think what we witnessed in the George.
Right. Nobody needs to hear any about that. We all have our own. Oh, and then there's a whole nother thing, Max. Is anybody going to be able to be? Is anybody going to change their mind? Is this going to change their mind for anybody? Max is on the horn, folks. Max is on the horn. We're going back to the live feed of Santa Monica. Protesters are gathering. We did see some looting happening. So we're live.
They're live. This is still just looting, though, folks. Not much rioting, more looting. All right. Well, if you want to talk about anything, we're live. All the time, baby. Ooh, look at that white screen. It's so white. Gotta change that. Back to the good stuff. Oh. Huh? Ooh, look at that. Look at that. Let's just relax a little bit. Watch Max on the phone. But really, Olivia, it's been 17 years since really, Olivia, I can't live without you. I've told you I love the kittens. I can't live without the kittens. Fluffy, Muffins, where are they? Don't you dare. What have you done with Fluffins and Muffy? And Tiffany? Our French bulldog. Tell me you still love me. Tell me we were made for Monaco, darling. Going. All right, that's Max on the phone, folks. There is still, that's just a little levity. Let's go back to the riots happening right now. They're marching, folks. They're marching. Max is on the phone, whispering sweet lullabies. Okay, what do we got going here?
We're not there at that corner that's boarded up, and right across the way,
that is Main Street.
There's a Converse store that the front window of it just been smashed and looted, and it is complete mayhem out here right now.
So
all right, we're getting reports of complete mayhem in Santa Monica. Don't go, folks.
So that's probably not going to happen.
I don't know. People are running through the streets. There's a few officers dressed in riot gear by 3rd Street Promenade. So I think that was a big concern for them with all the storefronts there. And I just went to them and I said, "Are you going to do anything? Is there anything you can do about that?" They're looting like 50 feet away from these officers, and they're like, prepare for more of the city to be like that. There's nothing that we can do. And the whole glass is shattered. There's been dozens of people jumping in and out of this store, grabbing boxes, getting a bag, jumping in to get more stuff, running down. There's a flash thing that just went off. Traffic is snarled. These are not protesters. These are opportunists. And they're all wearing hoodies, faces covered, jumping in, getting boxes.
Oh, man.
Someone just
who knows what this is and what this is? This could be anything. She ain't on the ground. Is she on the ground?
I don't know what's happening, but yeah. This is just crazy. And now they're running toward us. Dozens and dozens and dozens of people want them to get out of the way. I'm not trying to get hurt here. It's just crazy. You see boxes from the Converse store all over the ground, scattered everywhere, and people just running.
Wow. And the police can't do anything about it.
Holy shit!
There's too many of them and not enough police.
All right.
Exactly. And right now I'm looking at 3 officers in riot gear with barricades by 3rd Street.
All right. Wow. All right, we're changing the title, Santa Monica Looting Live. We're going to take this to, Mamma Mia. It's crazy, you guys. Absolutely crazy. There it is.
In situations like this over the years, you learn when to engage, how to engage, when not to engage, and in that instance, he was enraged, and he just wanted an outlet for his anger. And so anything I would have said would have ignited that flame. Put my hand over my heart. I nodded in understanding, so he felt heard, and I backed the F away. This is like, the feelings and emotions here are so high, and it just seems like it's getting more and more tense.
I'm curious as to why you went into the protest. I mean, were you protesting peacefully with everyone for the cause, or were you going down there as a reporter to check it out? And
that's crazy. Okay, where are they at now? Sorry, here we go. Back.
I made sure
they're going to. That's the very end of 3rd Street Promenade.
Sorry,
is that where they're at?
I made sure my people were back inside of their respective stations.
We were down here, yes, to
gave them the word and said,
be part of the protest. You got breakfast.
Pull back.
Some of my friends were down
pull
here.
back. They were out there trying to bring community
I know,
relief.
to the dismay of some of my bosses who probably think it's not safe down here, and so we were keeping a safe distance, and we were just headed home.
They invited me out tomorrow
to
help
things would probably get a little crazy later, and then we
Those are
just
serious, like, there's so many things at work going on right now down there. Like, some of these people are hardcore gangsters.
And now the cops have arrived.
Some people are just innocent protesters.
30 minutes after the looting, and hear the siren, and everyone is
like, some people are like hardy thieves and criminals and just know when to take care. They've been waiting for this. They know this was going to happen.
What is your plan now?
They have the Chevy trucks.
We're getting out of here. I just,
we
didn't mean to stumble upon this.
It's crazy.
It shows you how fast the situation can change, how you got to watch your back. And people had the right intent earlier, I think. It was really powerful. People were part of a protest. Okay, did you hear that?
Yeah, what was that?
It was some sort of flashbang. I think that the cops.
So I just got off the phone.
Well, yeah, let me bring you back up, Max. I'm sorry. Let me bring you back up. Wow, so somebody just threw a flashbang grenade into the shops down at 3rd Street Promenade to stop looters. Crazy stuff. So you have a friend that lives down there?
So I just got word from of course, but like boots on the ground from a person on the ground down. I mean, what they showed on TV.
Get them on live feed. Get them on a live feed.
You don't yet? No. Live. We have what you saw on the ground. It looked like 6, 7, 8, maybe a dozen.
That's
shops.
KTLA5.com, people.
Basically,
that's live. You can watch that.
Every shop on Melrose. They got all the sneakers in Los Angeles. They took down Undefeated. That's gone. I mean, there's going to be a glut.
No, but now that was yesterday, Max. This is today. We got holy.
Oh yeah, no. But I'm talking about the aftermath, about what's gonna happen to Santa Monica tonight. Last night, yeah. So you didn't really see
the sun hasn't even gone down, folks. Holy.
So you didn't really see the full picture of what was going down in West Hollywood last night. I mean, it looked like there was a few shops that were looted. Every shop, every store. Like
they hit every shop. Okay.
Yeah, every store.
Let's go back to that live feed. That is crazy stuff.
It's not. It wasn't. She wasn't kidding. Yeah, and there's
around.
Okay, so now the live protest seems to be kind of.
Glenn, are you still with me?
Breaking up.
So this is all maybe in store
Glenn
for
and I have
Santa
been
Monica.
switching
So
off
if you're
on our coverage, and then we found a way to be together, but we're not in the same room. Larry, well, are you up in Sky 5? But you can talk.
No, Larry's and
you're out there
have a couple of shopper shots, Courtney, but
remember, be in by
no communication with Larry.
Don't let your message get diluted.
That's right. Be inside by 8 o'clock, you guys. Oh man! And this is just happening in Los Angeles, folks. What do you think's going on in Florida? Max, what do you think's going on in Minneapolis again today? Or New York? I don't think anything's going on, right? New York? There's nothing. They're all staying inside. They've been hit so hard. They're probably just inside. But yeah, all over the country. All over the country, folks. If you want to talk about something, put it down there. Put it down there in the streams. Hello, folks. This is craziness. This is totally crazy.
The intersection of Colorado and Ocean Avenue, right across from the Santa Monica Pier. It looked like the looting at Santa Monica Place a little bit earlier had ended. The 3rd Street Promenade was being protected, but then we get a call from Christina Pascucci that there is looting going on in Santa Monica and a lot of stores, and there's obviously more looters than law enforcement. So, you know, when you've got 2 police officers standing there and there's 150 to 100 people looting, there's not a lot they can do except stand there and watch, because they are clearly outnumbered. And again, the National Guard is, at this point, is only for the city of Los Angeles. Mayor Garcetti yesterday.
The National Guard's only for the city of Los Angeles.
Later, he asked the governor for the National Guard to
Yeah,
come in.
Santa Monica is a separate city, folks. Santa Monica is a separate city.
Now that they are about ready to deploy in downtown Los Angeles, as this crowd here continues to gather.
Now this is downtown. Okay, so that's downtown. That's Pershing Square. And then to the other side is showing Santa Monica Place, where there was a little bit of looting, but it stopped. It's crazy, man. I don't even. So yeah, they're going to the places where I'm surprised to see downtown, because, like they just said, Max, that that's where the National Guard is. All right, leave a comment, folks. Tell us what you're thinking, how you're feeling. If you just want to cry, like, what the fuck? Wow. We're trying to stay up here in our... Now, that looting happened earlier. Like 20 minutes earlier. Not much, not long ago. Stay inside, people. Stay inside. Stay safe. Whoa! And then downtown, they're coming out. Look at that. Look at the. Here comes the. There's a little stage people have set up. Got something going on. Having a peaceful protest. And the riot was Santa Monica earlier. Wow. Wow, 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 wow. What's happening over there?
Going to be pulled out of the car, and the vehicle seems to be trying to move and just get out of the area. Being very careful not to hit anybody at this point.
Maybe that's sanitizer. I'm thinking that's sanitizer. They're handing out sanitizer.
Just again, this is where we are 4 days after all of this started. It started late on Thursday afternoon on the Harbor Freeway. Protesters were on the freeway, and they moved up to the Federal Corrections Facility and continued their protests there. And unfortunately, day after day and night after night, things have begun to escalate. And to the point where today in Santa Monica, they're just literally...
They're hanging in Pershing Square, kind of having a... Okay, nobody's getting crazy in downtown yet.
Any hope in this situation?
Ooh, come on, keep it together,
some of these
downtown
cities
Los
which
Angeles.
have instilled a curfew at
Come
4
on.
p.m. We know in Santa
We
Monica.
love LA. Come
and
on. Come on, baby.
West Hollywood,
Come
the
on.
curfew is now 4
Where's
p.m.
Max?
The rest of
Where's Max?
LA is set for 8 p.m. Although I
We're
wonder
gonna
if
do a
we
little-
can bump that up, because
We're
with the
doing a
curfew in
little
place,
something.
that makes it easier for police officers to question individuals
Come on, Randy.
and
Randy Newman.
arrest them for
Hey,
being
everybody.
out past the curfew. So I know last night.
Oh, enjoy the
Angeles Live, folks. They're going to take out Randy Newman's song.
We needed a little levity.
And across here, you can see the distance we're talking about, only about 2 blocks. And those people holding their signs and protesting without incident, I should say, over there on Ocean Boulevard. So things are starting to calm down here in Santa Monica due to the massive police presence that has been brought in from multi-agencies in the area. And we're going to stay overhead and see what develops next if they go through that curfew and how they go about enforcing it.
4 o'clock.
So this is Derek Bell.
Hey, Max, did you hear that?
Studio.
4 o'clock.
All right, thank you, Derek. As we keep continuing to look at
It's
these
even
images,
sooner.
what's interesting about Santa
Beverly
Monica,
Hills
last
4.
time we had a shot of where the protesters had kind of been moved into that area of Colorado and Ocean Avenue. It was a really large crowd.
See, now that's a looter right there.
It is dispersed.
That guy in
but
that truck.
again,
Smart.
we still have mayhem going on in other parts. We had Christina Pascucci on the telephone. She was outside the Converse store, which was being looted. We've heard of other stores, and of course we saw the images from Santa Monica Place getting looted a couple of hours ago. So,
well, likely people are leaving the area in Santa Monica because there is this 4 p.m. curfew, and they can be arrested.
Cameras.
There's
cameras.
And
they
we want to talk
people.
to
Damage on the way in.
Oh man, security firms are going to have nothing better to do than just comb through this footage and nail
how
you.
the curfew helped
Oh man, hey Max, we got you back. We got you up in a little side small window.
Yes, the curfew, we're putting one, it's going to be for the entire county. It's going to be from
Look at that, there's stuff hanging out the door of that car.
Tomorrow morning.
It's so full of stuff, there's things hanging out.
It's a useful tool to separate
looters
people
are professionals today,
who have a legitimate reason to be somewhere and the crowd are there unlawfully protesting.
Well, Sheriff, at this point, it doesn't look like things are any better today than they were last night. It's just the mayhem and the looting is taking place in a different location.
Well, we're shifting our tactics to correspond with the shift of the unlawful assembly. Unfortunately, we're getting word that it is a lot of out-of-towners that have descended on our county to engage in this type of criminal behavior. And
out-of-towners.
We have to separate them from the peaceful protesters that have a legitimate reason to protest. This crowd is not there, have anything to do with
a lot of out-of-towners.
So who are these out-of-towners?
Definitely going to make them known.
Is this too loud? It's too loud. Can you hear me now, Max?
I can.
What do you think about all these out-of-towners coming in, doing a bunch of the looting? But how would he know? Like, how did?
How
do they know that?
How do they? And what's with the Antifa?
These people are driving around.
Did they Antifa it already?
They are. They're trying to say it's Antifa, but I mean anti-fascism.
Making a lot of arrests.
Well, you mentioned Antifa.
This is anti-capitalism, I'll tell you that much.
Yeah.
But actually, no, you know what? It's born from capitalism. So, like, this is just the capitalism's ugly baby coming out.
It's not, I mean, it's absolutely.
Oh, this stuff's too expensive? Then, yeah, one day, when it's a riot, we'll steal it.
Arrested before they were labeled, and now that they are labeled as a...
On the phone, they're talking to Sheriff Alex Villanueva,
we're focusing
LA County.
on local charges, not federal
yeah, they're saying they don't have control over anything. Did you see the new curfews go into place in Beverly Hills and Santa Monica?
I did.
4 o'clock.
Are you finding that they're communicating mainly on social media? Like, how are they getting the word out? Like, a group text message, like, come here, come there.
Yeah, they have their text group. They're using all of the social media platforms available, and not surprising, it facilitates it. Unfortunately, that's one of the downsides of today's IT world.
There's going to be a lot of sneakers on the market in the LA area.
No, I'm just saying how, I mean, I don't know, even fencing this stuff, you'd probably just want to keep it. They probably just grab their size. But yeah, all the cameras out there, hopefully these guys have I mean, with the mask, it's going to be definitely 100% harder to even see who these people were.
Any kind of a notion like that,
but
yeah. People on. One, it's pathetic, it's irresponsible.
Anybody without a mask is going to get nabbed. All those cameras everywhere. Santa Monica is like a highly, isn't it like right there next to New York, the most highly photographed area? Just look at all those cameras on the things right there. There's a camera right on the post. There's cameras everywhere in Santa Monica.
Oh yeah, no, they're ridiculous. Of course, there's cameras everywhere.
And that's all people are going to do for the next couple weeks is comb through this, and you're busted. Don't go out there, people. Not even with a mask.
News footage, or are you able to ping people's
like they'll backtrack you all the way to where you parked your car in Mar Vista, like they will do.
We'll be matching up
Don't
the
think you
evidence
can get
we
away.
have at the time that we make the arrest. And we have surveillance footage.
Oh, now
obviously,
LA's
from
curfew
multiple
just
sources.
dropped.
We have
2
social
hours.
media
Okay, we're
images
6 p.m. now.
And
Great.
the hard evidence, for example, the observations of the deputies, the
This
officers
is
at the scene
stupid,
of,
man.
for example, a looting. So,
The best. I just got a curfew warning from.
Yeah, 6. They just
No,
called
no, no. From Buddy.
Buddy.
The delivery service, Bud E.
Buddy.
Yeah, Buddy.
Hey, Buddy.
Buddy. And they're like, I swear this is a curfew warning. Order from Buddy.
Is that up to
Save 20%. Hurry.
with them,
Oh,
but
that's
who
ridiculous.
knows
You know what also I thought was funny yesterday that we didn't even catch upon, and I put down subconsciously was Bob and Doug take off.
Coordinator for this region. And
Bob and Doug took off.
Yeah, no, but what movie was that? Hey, Bob. Hey, Doug. Hey, take off, Bob. No, you take off, Doug. Take off, Bob.
They'll be very busy.
Doug, you take off.
I'm curious on a personal
What movie
level,
was that?
What the
I think it was Bob and Doug's Adventure. Was it Bob and Doug? No. But that old funny 80s movie, Bob and Doug Take Off, it was a whole play on that. Whatever.
And you're a person too, and you have feelings, so that's why I wanted to ask.
Oh, Santa Monica. Look at that. Look at that police
it
car.
breaks my heart.
Oh, no.
I
Oh,
love
no.
LA. I love this county. And
Downtown,
being able to represent the county,
oh, no.
provide for public safety, it's an honor, it's a privilege.
Did you just see that in downtown?
Oh, I'm looking right now, yeah.
People's livelihoods, damaging property, and all trying, masquerade themselves as somehow to get back at the senseless slaughter of George Floyd.
Whoa. Did you see what just happened in downtown?
Entirely with that entire
Oh, my
We can
God.
reform the system. We have been doing major reforms to the system.
A police car just had to
The
run
murder
into
of George
people.
Floyd
Did you
was
see
a
that?
Step backwards.
Yeah.
Step backwards
And then-
for the city of Minneapolis. But for the nation, for all the organizations like the Sheriff's Department, we've been involved in massive reform efforts and transparency projects. We're doing
What happened for that?
everything we can.
Oh, man, I'm going to have to
Make
go
sure
back
the
and watch
community
that footage
trusts
again.
Our department, and if the two-way street.
Did they attack the police car? Did the police car? Obviously, they attacked the police car. Or those policemen just lost their jobs.
Problems in Santa Monica.
But and then they, dude, that's horrible.
Started to get protesters gathering in the Pershing Square area in downtown Los
Well, we
Angeles.
have the major county
I
sheriff's
know that's within the
association,
city's
so
jurisdiction.
we have a lot of
Okay, curfew just happened in
and
downtown.
we're learning,
I bet.
lessons learned from everyone's different experiences throughout the nation, and
Oh,
it's useful
man.
information. And we understand that.
Okay, I gotta change the title again. I'll change the title.
We have 2.5 hours until curfew. Let everybody know. It is 3:30, 6 o'clock curfew, citywide.
What the rioters and the looters are doing, and hopefully we'll
That
get
is
ahead of
crazy. I'm gonna mute that.
As well as every other law enforcement agency.
Santa Monica curfew, 4 p.m. Santa Monica, there is a curfew, 4 p.m.
Yeah, keep your fingers crossed.
Santa Monica, 4 p.m. Santa Monica, everybody, 29 minutes.
All right, let's check back up. With
Get inside, 29
He
minutes.
is available for
Los Angeles.
where we are just under a half hour now before the 4 p.m. curfew goes into effect. Hi, Derek.
Exactly. We've panned back across over to where the peaceful protest is on right now. You can see the protesters.
It's crazy. This is absolutely crazy.
Officers. This is on Ocean Boulevard, about a block north of where the Santa Monica.
Yeah, dude, crazy. This is gonna go on all night. I'm gonna. We gotta log off soon, man. This is just depressing. What do you? Well, I guess we'll wait till the meeting goes all the way. We'll take the meeting to the limits, Max. We'll take the lead.
Yeah.
And then, how have you been? Some more levity? Do we have any more levity? Is there anything?
Well, right now, you have a lot of protesters. So let's let that be the good. Let's let that be the good part. Right now, you have peaceful people banding together. Now, we're coming out of a pandemic, and the idea is that we're all supposed to realize that the human experience isn't that different for all of us. I mean, we've all gone a little crazy, but you have here the peaceful protests. There's people sitting and they're waiting. I mean, they're the ones that are going to get arrested first. Ironic. I mean,
This is crazy.
It's a cruel truth that the peaceful protesters are going to be, arrested before whoever the looters are, whoever the people that are the bitter opportunists that victimize the small shop owners, even further than the time and trials that they've been hit with these challenging circumstances that we've been going through. Now, the peaceful protesters are testament to the good part of who we are as a city. They're standing up for human rights. They're standing up for who they see as just the other people that like them deserve every.
Have you listened to the new Orbital song? I hate to bust in, but yeah, no, people need to be kinder to one another, right? So much kinder than they're being. And the fact there's a oh my god. There's this new Orbital jam that makes perfect sense of everything. And I think you might like it. It's a little levity. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, pretty good, actually. It's all about staying busy, baking, jogging. Jogging and baking. Sit-ups and baking and reading, baking, and chatting to friends, and jogging, baking, and eating and baking, and going out jogging to jog off the baking, then getting back home, and then going out shopping, then queuing, then baking, then trying to make sense of stuff that's happening when baking and jogging, then listening to Boris, and then to the people repeat what he's saying over and over in strange, newsy voices, then baking and jogging, and trying not to feel gloomy, but wondering just where the whole thing is going, then jogging and baking and baking and jogging, then realizing whole generations of people went through so much worse for so very much longer, and that was before the invention of jogging, and they didn't really have the things needed for baking, so feeling quite grateful for baking and jogging, and going to bed, and then waking each morning and asking somehow, has it gone back to normal? Then seeing it hasn't, and then going jogging and baking, baking and jogging and jogging, baking, baking, jogging and jogging and baking and baking and jogging and jogging and baking some more.
Yeah, that was Orbital's take on even some other things, even before this riot, the pandemic. Oh, I'm gonna go make a shake. What do you think about that? What do you think? What do you think about some comfort food?
I definitely think the shake's in order.
Stay inside.
Yeah, totally, peoples.
Too much. We had 5 viewers at one point today. That's great. Playbacks, 233 playbacks. I don't even know what that means, but I think that's huge. We're gonna reload that.
But yeah, you guys, I think if there's a message that we could leave as a parting message, it'd be, as we brace for another night of this, just, unity, solidarity. Those are the messages that we want to focus on. And the people out there that are trying to divide us. Let's not listen to them.
Wow.
Oh, there's a lot of. How about the guy with the bow and arrow?
Where's that? Where's that happening?
Oh.
Have you seen the guy? Where's the guy with the bow and arrow?
The bow and arrow.
There's a guy with a bow and arrow?
Yeah. No. It's in another city. It's somewhere else. but they it's like somewhere rednecky where they would have a dude with a bow and arrow. But people get together and kick the shit out of him. It's amazing.
Oh.
And then he goes on later. I remember seeing this. He goes on later and says, "Well, it was a person of color. It's two people of color, men that came at me, and it was a whole rainbow first of people that kicked his fucking ass. But it was because he was out threatening people with a weapon, like a maniac, like a murderous monster. He's out there threatening people, and like in his car, out of his car. You'll see it. You can look it up.
No, isn't it upsetting when some people just you're an idiot. Of course you were gonna get beat up. Like, come on.
What are you doing?
Like, that's not against the law to beat people. Well, it is kind of to cause personal harm. Totally against the law. You cannot beat anybody up without getting sued or thrown in jail. But you'll get out soon. I mean, it's way better than killing somebody. You'll spend maybe a little bit of time in jail, depending on the beating.
No, but if you threaten a crowd and the crowd turns on you, see, now that's a tricky thing. Because the crowd as a body could be seen as defending itself.
No, truly. But I mean, yeah, to an extent. I mean, he can probably just get a couple punches and he should get out of there, and there'll be no lawsuits.
No, you can't stand there and threaten people like that. I mean, whether it's a bow and arrow or a gun.
I know that he deserved to get beaten up. That man. You can't threaten it. No, there should be no threatening.
I mean, somebody with a deadly weapon into a crowd, you can't aim a deadly weapon into a crowd and threaten people.
In Santa Monica, they're making people get on the ground and put their hands in the air.
It's always the protesters.
And they've been pushed back from what looks like right off 4th Street or whatever, right over the freeway interchange there. Right where, oh God. All right. Well, yeah. Crazy. This is crazy. It's going to happen all night, folks. Thanks for coming to the show. Don't forget to subscribe since you stopped by. I can't believe so many playbacks. I love it. But only 2 concurrent viewers. I don't get that.
I'm one of them.
And you're one of them. And the other one's mom. Do not get that.
3 watching. 3 watching. We started streaming 2 hours ago.
It's crazy. It's been too long. Good God. Yeah, and they're just going to keep... We don't know what's even real footage anymore when they'll keep doing it over. All right, maybe we'll come back later tonight and do one when the city's burning. Oh. But yeah, that's enough. That's enough for now. Let's play the outro. We're going to play the intro, which is also a very good outro. I mean, there's no... Really.
It is a good outro. Good outro.
It works both ways.
I have some custom. Well, it's the custom audio engineering that really is going to.
Welcome to the show, everybody. Me and Max just hanging out, waiting for you, and the intro. Welcome to the show, Second Waivers. We're here to, this is the outro. Thanks for coming by. We've been here for 2 hours. We're going to do it later tonight. Welcome, second waivers, to the show. We're actually just wrapping up. Thanks for stopping by. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll do one later on tonight when we know more what's going on. Oh, that's loud. That's loud. Okay, so we're gonna come back later tonight. See what's happening. Everybody get inside, stay safe. We love you. From Second Wave.